Alright, good morning. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. On a Monday morning, I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? So, yep, Monday morning. Gonna be an interesting day. It was an interesting weekend. We've started implementing more procedures to help mitigate and keep the coronavirus out of the plant. A lot of other plants are doing the same stuff, so we're been a little juggling act this weekend because just all of a sudden we had to put more people on the shift, and that's always an adventure when that happens. I don't know if you've ever worked in anything like that, but it is always an adventure when you all of a sudden have to put more people on. So anyway, so a lot of the plants are going to a skeleton crew, and then they're actually keeping the crew on site. Kind of a quarantine type thing. And looks like we're probably going to start doing that at our plant before long. And of course, when that happens, you also have to have security on site. And when that happens, the supervisors have to be on site. So probably what's going to happen is, that's what I thought. Probably what's going to happen is here before too long, we're all going to be stuck on site for an indefinite period of time, whatever that period of time might be. But anyway, let's see here. Wasn't as prepared as I thought I was going to be this morning. There we go. Now we're in business. Had to find a blade. I had found some blades up here, but they were the ones that we bought that wouldn't scrape paint. So we got rid of those. Anyway, there's a good treat blade. So anyway, thinking along those lines, today I decided, well, I'll break out my travel kit, and I'm probably fixing to be using it. It'll go in my bag, and we'll have it if we have to camp out at work for a few weeks. Could be as much as a month, depending on how long this stuff takes. So Louisiana, this afternoon, this is Monday, so this afternoon, or was it yesterday afternoon? Anyway, the governor here finally decided to put out the y'all stay at home order, he calls it. And all non-necessary businesses are supposed to close down, and the restaurants have already been doing nothing but carry out or delivery, which is really hurting them, and you gotta feel bad about that. And so now he's asking everybody to stay home unless you're doing something essential. Now, chemical plants are considered essential. So there you go. I get out. So anyway, so we've got our travel thing of Williams. This is modern Williams. We've got our travel boar. Have I ever showed this off? This is an Omega. It used to say Omega on it somewhere, but anyway, that little sticker's gone. But it's an Omega travel boar. And you put it down in there, and then it's all nice and covered. And then take it out, and you have your brush. So this one hasn't been used a tremendous amount. I have used it traveling some, but it hasn't been used a tremendous amount. I need to use it more and break it in. I say that every time I use it, and then it gets put aside and doesn't really get used and broke in that well. So, but not a bad little brush at all. I've had it several years as a travel brush. Now I know a lot of people these days use synthetic brushes as travel brushes. They dry quicker, they're cheaper, so if you lose them, it's no big deal, whatever. I understand all that. I really thought I was going to get on the synthetic brush train. Really, I thought I had bought a seat. But just can't get away from the boar brushes and the badger brushes, especially boar brushes. I guess they're my favorite. Boar and horse and badger, all three of them are great. So anyway, this thing does a pretty good job of loading the soap up out of this little tub that I have my Williams in here. It's a little Gladware, and the top snaps on. And it does a pretty good job. And we'll get lathered up here. There's liable to be a lot of the management type folks at the plant running around today, so I better clean up and look the part. Heck, I even did laundry last night, so I'm gonna have a clean uniform today. And since it's Menthol Monday, we're gonna break out the skin bracer. I think that right there is a pretty good thing to do. Now for a razor, since we're playing with our travel kit, I'm gonna use my old favorite 1912 here that comes out of a G3 kit. I have a G3 that's my travel razor. It's in my bag, so that's why I'm using this one. This is a copy of it, or they're pretty much the same razor. Alrighty. Made sure everything was behind the stops on the blade. It is. But hopefully we can all stay healthy and keep rolling along. Until this thing clears up some. Oh, it's so nice with a new blade. Pop a new blade in a 1912, it ain't much better. I started to do a video yesterday morning, and sometimes get started, and sometimes it's really technical difficulty. That happened last Wednesday. I was trying a new technique with the way I load things on YouTube and the way I make the video. And the video, for some reason, even though the phone was laying on the side, just like it is here, the video was all sideways. It was wonky. If if you need the technical term, it was funky. But anyway, so sometimes they blow up like that. Sometimes you get started on a video and just all of a sudden I just decide, I'm not really feeling it today. A lot of videos are just, me standing up here shaving, and I try to talk enough and everything to keep it a little interesting, although, I don't know what's interesting about an old guy shaving, but they're like watching a cranky old guy shave. There I am. But some days the videos just don't work out. It's just whatever happens. So that's what happened yesterday. I was going to have a video and it just didn't work out. So anyway, we'll get this one in today. So if I'm a little sparse on attendance here coming up, y'all know what it is. Although I have made videos from the plant back during the turnaround last year. So it's not like it's impossible. But it's been a while since I've been in a situation like that. I think I've told the story before. When I was a young man, we used to go every summer down to South Texas, down in the Rio Grande Valley and down around Matagorda Bay and all down there, and harvest cotton. So for how many ever months out of the year, there was a lot of living out of the truck, and we'd rent a house or a trailer or something and kind of crash. Of course, that's all just working and sleeping and getting up and working and sleeping some more during a harvest like that. But so I have done it. Lived in a place and lived out of a bag and that kind of stuff. Actually, I'm pretty good at it, I think. But it's been a little while since I've had to camp out for a month somewhere away from home. The hurricane wasn't but a couple of days, and then that ended up being not really that much of a hurricane last year. And I've been in a couple of places for a couple of days during ice storms and this kind of stuff. Down here you get a sprinkling of ice. I mean, someone throws a cup of ice out on the road and they just about got to close it down and shut the schools in the area down. So when we get a little cold weather every once in a while and get a little ice on the road, everything shuts down. I've done that. Stayed a few days at the plant or the casino or wherever I was working at the time. But if this goes into a couple of weeks things, that's a little bit of an adventure in it. So we'll see. We'll know more today when the high-level meetings going on and everything, we'll know more what's going on. All right, we'll get this finished up. A little witch hazel there for the cleanup. Somehow it feels like I got a little razor burn down here. I don't know, so when you do, I'll go real light again. But it feels like I may have got a little razor burn down there somehow. Well, the good thing about it is the witch hazel there will help calm any razor burn down. And since I'm fixing to put on some good old skin bracer, I'll feel it in just a minute if there's some irritation there. I was talking and carrying on, maybe I let the angle get off. It can happen. Even when you do this a fair amount, every once in a while things like that can happen. Don't freak out when it does. All right, well here's what we got going on for the day for a shave. How you like it? Look at that. Nice little comfortable shave. The Williams did its job very well, which we knew it would. Oh, yesterday the shave, to get back to that real quick, was I had busted out my Marvies. So we'll get back around and do another Marvie shave because, you know, a lot of people talk bad about Marvies, and there's a reason they do. To me, Marvies is mostly what most people say modern Williams is. But still a good soap, little technique into it. Well, what do you do different? You don't do anything different. That's just it. But anyway, we'll get a Marvie shave going again here before long, and that'll be a really good thing. So I hope you're staying safe where you are, staying inside, staying away from people. Don't do like the kids were doing and go to Florida for spring break and go down on the beaches and try to get all their grandparents and their parents sick and everybody else around them sick that they have to go around because they want to go down and party. Don't be those people. Take care of yourself. Most importantly, take care of those around you. That's what you got to remember. Maybe you're like me. I'm basically healthy as a horse, I think. I'm not so worried about it. I figure if I get it, it's just going to be a cold. But there are people around me that it's different. Let's remember that, people. All right. Well, that's it today. Getting off my soapbox. I got to finish getting ready for work and get out of here. You've got to do whatever it is you're going to do. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, drink plenty of Cafe Bustelo. If you get a chance, remember when all this is over with, Mississippi, great place to visit. Happens to be where Fuzzy's from. Y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be safe, be healthy, and happy shaves to you.